Now, next step is what are the prerequisites before starting the business, which type of demand we needed. Whenever anyone wants to start any business like a repair shop or small industry or assembly of sub parts, he or she should have appropriate finances in his hand, or he can use his own saving, or he or she can take finances from his family members or friends, or also can take loan from banks like private banks or government banks. Then next step is he or she should be well trained in that field technically, or he can employ the trained worker, or himself can also take the trainings from different government or private ITIs, diploma colleges or institutes, or any other reputed uh, training centers. Then he has to survey the market for the good prospects of business. What is that new trends or trends are going in the market? Then after doing the survey, he will select the proper space, uh, like space should be owned or rented, then environment surrounding the where he is going to establish the business, tool and accessories, which type of tool or accessories are required. Then after than that, he should also keep the knowledge of big organizations like BSNLs, PSCVs, or big institutes, schools, showrooms, from where he can fetch his with more business. Now we all know technology is changing very fast, so proper spare parts should be kept with them, so he can keep their business smoothly. Very important part of business is that if you are going to start your assembly business, you should keep one prototype model of that business by using standard parts, so we can that can help you when you repair or assemble that part. This will increase the efficiency and problems in your business. This is means you have to keep a standard model of that type of business which are you going to start. Then you should keep the proper billing procedure. You have to keep the uh, product in the inventory and delivery of that material, then customer record, employee record, each and everything, and you should also pay the tax also regularly. After that, skills and competence. Before starting any type of business, one should have proper skilled and competence, because skill and competence is very necessary to establish in the market. First of all, management of all processes of business. Like one should have good managerial qualities, like he can plan the business, then organize the business, then implement the business. These qualities should be uh, in that person who is going to start the business. Second, maintenance or servicing skills. That person should have servicing or maintenance skill also. Then ability to manage the business in odd condition, like if there is any type of odd condition prevails during his business, like finances, the shortage of raw material, then sales of that product, he should be able to manage that odd condition also. Then ability to plan and organize in advance or during the business, or in the uh, after selling the product. Then ability to create new ideas, like he should be keep in touch with the latest technology by keeping in mind with the new technologies coming. So his business should also be keep pace with the new technology, so he can survive very smoothly in the market. Next skill should be a computer skill. He or she should be well versed with the latest operating systems, how to operate computers, internet, website, or how to use social media also. So he can keep the employees record, customer database, or purchase or sales record also. Marketing skill, we know how to produce the product is very easy, everyone can start its production. Now very difficult phase of every business is marketing. If one he or she knows how to market, what are the marketing skills he can very well establish in the market. Then very important skill is soft skill. We know if one should have a technical strength, hard work, or doesn't have soft skill, he can't survive or get success more than 15%. He can by using soft skill with his business, he can get 85% success rate in his business survival. So these soft skill like positive attitude towards work, communication skill, verbal or non-verbal communication, then work ethics, teamwork. These are the soft skill. That skill also be uh, acquired by doing, yeah, by taking training. These will be very helpful for the survival of self employment or any small type of business. These are the skill and competence. Now we will familiarization with the electronic components. First of all, uh, we all know electronic components are divided into two categories like passive components and active components. Passive components like resistance, capacitors, inductors, transformers, these are the passive components, and active components are transistors, integrated circuits, then SCR, DIAC, FETs, MOSFET, processors. These are the active components. We all know active components perform the main function in any electronic circuit like processing of signal or amplification of signal. These are performed by the active component, but whole circuit is completed with the help of active or passive components. So we all know what is the value or how to read the value of different components. Like in resistance, we know how to decode the value of resistance by knowing the color coding technique, or how to read the value of capacitance like mica capacitor are printed in codes also, or these values are printed on the capacitors also. And also familiarize with the identification of pins in capacitors. Like in electrolyte capacitor, there is polarity, these are called polarized capacitor. In transistors also, which type of PNP or NPN transistor, then ICs, how to read the pin identification of ICs, or then numbering or printing of these active components should be well versed. Then what is the activities carried out, uh, how to handle the electronic measuring instruments. Like first of all we will discuss about a digital multimeter. Digital multimeter is a basic equipment used in any lab or by any skilled person. This is used used to measure the parameter like voltage. It may be AC voltage or DC voltage, or current, AC current, yeah, DC current. Then it is also used like to how to measure resistance, continuity of any circuits, or testing of transistor also, or some advanced multimeters have temperature sensing also. Then we can also test the diode also with this multimeter. This is a basic equipment used in electronics field. Then we should know how to use the CRO. Cathode ray oscilloscope is the main diagnosing or tracing equipment. It has two sections like vertical section, horizontal section, trigger control or display control. By using the CRO, we can diagnose any circuit, which type of signal is flowing in that circuit, or what type of fault in that circuit. We can check with the help of CRO. CRO can also measure the distortion of any circuit, or it is very useful equipment. In this equipment we required a CRO probe, or this is connected at the BNC connector. So we can measure the amplitude of signal, frequency per division of signal, and sweep of signal also. This is the very useful and very helpful equipment in any electronics field. Then we will discuss the how we done soldering practice. Soldering is the basic concept in the electronics field. Then we will discuss how we will solder. We place the component on the PCB in the marking side, and then with the help of soldering iron we can solder with the help of soldering wire. Soldering wire has two mixture of two metals like tin or lead. No soldering for soldering, its temperature should be 183 degree to 195 degree centigrade. Or for the cleaning or proper soldering, we should use the flux also. Or after that we can clean the pad with the help of thinner, so we can have the proper solder joint with the component on the PCB. In this way we can solder surface mounted devices also, or fine integrated circuits also, with the help of fine tip soldering iron. Soldering iron should have 25 watt to 35 wattage in the electronics field is very sufficient. Or we required for higher type of like in electrical, in plumber work, we need higher wattage of soldering iron. Now how to handle repair job. Like when we start a business, we know we should know with the repair what step should be taken first. First of all, when somebody comes, like customer, attend properly customer. Then proper shift handling, dispatch or delivery details. After that put that tag on the repairable items. Then diagnose the problem step by step. Very important, depute skilled worker for the repairing, or in the at the shop venue or in the field also. Then keep genuine spare parts for the repair, or your delivery time should be in time. Like you don't delay the repair work or any type of work at your end. Then if you repaired your product or customers complained attended by you, you can inform the customer by SMS or through email also. Then give the warranty assurance to customer. Also this will also increase your customer. Now when you handle the repair job properly, you will establish or you will make more customer in your business.